It's a tough subject for me to talk about. A year ago, I had no edges. Sometimes I would have to go out without my edges and people could see. I felt so exposed and naked, but with a lot of hard work and support, I got them back. I thank God every day. It's been a long journey, but definitely worth it. And I'm sorry, I don't think I can talk about it anymore. It brings back too much pain. Thank you.
Shoulder sideways, smack it in the air. Legs move it side to side, smack it in the air.
Hey guys, Queenie K here and welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be talking about this chair. Not this chair. Today we're going to be talking about edges. So basically, the short clip in the beginning told you and explained to you how traumatizing it can be when your edges leave you. It's not like we want them to leave and it just happens and they like betray us and we think, oh my gosh, we're not cool anymore, and then they just leave and it leaves a hole in your heart because you have to spend so much time trying to get them back, and sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't, depending on, you know, what you do. So basically I'm going to be telling you guys how my edges left me and how I got them back. Basically back in like 2015 I drove my edges away. How I did that was by over processing them. I straightened my edges, I brushed my edges, I pulled my edges, I even relaxed my edges. Like, you guys are probably looking at me like this idiot, but it's more common than you think. And even if you're not relaxing your edges, why would I even saying that is embarrassing. Even if you're not doing that, there's a lot of things that you could be doing that are making your edges not like you anymore and might like leave you. Or if they've already left, it's okay, we can get them back. I relaxed my edges and that's what threw them over the edge. They were like, girl, we are done with you. We are not sitting through this. We are not doing this anymore. I'm sick of your... And they left. They left. And I was very sad. I was hurt. I felt like I showed them so much love. I was just trying to make them look good and they didn't appreciate it and they're gone. So I had to spend the past year trying to get them back, and thank God they are back. And don't fully judge them on this video because it's been a long day. My edges are coming undone. They're starting to look a little crazy, but I will have pictures to compare and show you that my edges are fully back. Like they left, but they're back. You guys know, now you guys know what I did to make them leave, and now we're going to talk about what I did to get them back. And it's very simple. Hair care is always very simple. It just comes to actually doing it, you know? So I know we always want our edges to be on fleek. We always want them to be laid. We want them to be slayed, whatever. Sometimes they don't have to. Like sometimes they don't. They just don't. If you want them to come back, sometimes you just have to have your edges just out. Like you have to. They cannot always be slayed, especially when they're struggling. Let's start with wearing sew-ins. Unless you're wearing a full wig where it fully covers everything and you can just lightly braid it and let it be comfortable underneath. But if you're trying to have like a U part, for example, and you have your edges out and you're constantly like slicking it and pulling it and making sure it's tight, like the rest of your hair is tight in the weave, you're hurting them a lot by doing that because you're always styling it and you're always pulling on it and like underneath. Okay, something that I find that happens a lot if you do wear U-parts or weaves, you'll have a line of like separation. So it'll be the edges that are out and then your rest of your hair. And sometimes this line right here will start to bald a little bit. And you will see when you take out your hair and you brush it back, you're like, oh my gosh, it's getting spacey. And if you guys relate to this, please comment down below and let me know if it's making sense. If you know what line of separation I'm talking about, like where you always leave your edges out and where you always braid in. So basically I stopped doing that. I stopped, when it came to U parts, I would just leave the whole front of my hair out, and I would try to wear curl patterns that matched mine a little more so I wouldn't have to manipulate my hair so much, and I started using castor oil. And I know everybody probably knows this. They're like, yeah. Castor oil. But yeah, it does work. And another thing that I also use on top of castor oil that's actually my personal favorite and it works better for me is vitamin E oil. So that's another thing I use, and I really love it. It's honestly, I honestly think it played a bigger part in my edges growing back. I don't know if some of you guys use the little hot irons when you're straightening your hair to like fully get your edges. I stopped doing that completely. You just have to give up some styles until they come back, until they're strong enough to withhold those styles, and do it once in a while. Don't get attached to a hairstyle that is constantly hurting your edges or like focusing on hurting a part of your hair. So a lot of people have dead hair right here because of their leave out. It sucks. So when you get attached to those hairstyles that like ruin parts of your hair, it sucks because then you have to work on like rebuilding it, and so it usually ends up being our edges. So another thing I had to stop doing is slicking my hair too hard, and it sucks because your edges already don't look good, so you want them to be slick. So you're like, why? What would I do? So a style that I like to do was to do like I would twist the front of my hair and pin it, and then tie the rest of my hair, so then it's like styled, but it's not like tight, you know? So that's something I would do. Or a full wig. Just wear a full wig that covers everything, because then you can have whatever underneath, and it doesn't have to be tight braids. Like you can have some ugly little dookie braids underneath and you'll still look fly. Use the fake baby hairs, whatever, pluck your lace front, I don't know, but that's another option. Another thing that I also did was take biotin, and I don't know, everyone's probably heard of this. It's like a vitamin that helps your hair and nails grow, and it really worked for me. There are rumors that it makes you break out. Personally, I feel like it's not that bad. You do have to drink a lot of water with it, which I already did, and the breakouts or the pimples that I got were very like surface, small ones that you could easily like exfoliate away for me. But that's also because I do have my skin under control right now, so I have a whole skincare routine that takes care of my skin. So the biotin doesn't really affect me very much because I drink a lot of water and I take care of my skin. So if you do that, I personally think that it works. And I do use the 10,000 milligram one. So not the 1,000, not the, oh no, I use 5,000, sorry, 5,000. 10,000 is a little much for me, but I use 5,000 and it did help my edges grow back, my overall hair grow back. And that's all I did. I just showed them some love and gave them some time and stopped manipulating them because they want to be in this relationship too, you know? So if you're abusing the relationship, they're gonna leave. Makes sense, right? Isn't that like everything? Don't abuse them, or else eventually they're gonna pack their bags and be like, okay, homegirl, we've had enough of your crap, we're out. And then it's like, poof. But basically, those are my tips. There's not much to it, but they're still difficult to do because a few days out of the week you might not be on fleek. That rhymed. It's very simple. You just have to be willing to find styles that work for you that don't hurt your hair. Those are the things that I did, and I hope this helps you guys. And I know it sounds like basic common knowledge, but it's easier said than done. I'll just say that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and stay tuned on my channel for other videos like this and other not videos like this. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.